Legendary time, legend gang. It is Thais Simone, and I am back with another Twerk and Work. So today is April 6th, 2023. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Bro, I missed you. This channel is to uplift and inspire my legends through intuition, tarot, and combos. So if you're interested in any of those things, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on any new videos. And you already know all that social media shit. That's how that thing goes. So I don't have any cards that I want to talk about like off the top of my head. And so yeah, so we're just gonna pull some cards to see what we get. Probably do like 2 or 3 cards tonight. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So we are still using the Secrets of Paradise Tarot, inspired by the Caribbean and Latin American culture and mysticism. I am fucking with this deck. If you've been watching for a minute, you already know that like this deck fuck with me. This deck be talking to me. This deck is just like, I rock with this deck. I rock with this deck heavy. So nobody's really here right now. Kind of want to do a spread for myself. So let's see what's up. I don't know why I'm whispering, but it feels real intimate. Why these 2 cards flip out like this? I feel like we did Judgment before. We got Judgment, the 5 of Swords, the God, and the 10 of Pentacles. And I'm going to start with Judgment, because Judgment, I don't know why this card is like sticking out to me, but we're going to talk about it. So this is what it looks like. And what I'm seeing, what I'm noticing, I noticed the bats at the top. I forgot what, no, bats and, what is it, that spirit animal deck that I have? I believe that the little quote that goes with it is a rebirth is assured. So I feel like with Judgment, like either you're birthing a lot of ideas or you're birthing a lot of new beginnings. I don't know, just I just heard kids, but I'm like happy nervous to hear that, but that's a different story. We're gonna get into that another time, like maybe a story time or something. But when I say rebirth, I don't know why I keep thinking of like just actual birth, like something starting. But if it's a rebirth, then that means it was something that was already alive, already born, already, you know, in existence. And now it's more of a transformation. So I feel like this Judgment card deals with transformation. And then even the idea, it's like a tunnel or a cave. So like even the idea of going through a tunnel or going through like a hallway. I think like hallways and dreams represent that same thing, like a cocooning kind of feel or a transformation feel, where you start on one end in one place and you go through this passage of sorts to get to another, like to get to another place. I just heard right passage, literally. So you could be, I want to say journeying, but that feels so basic. Like this that feels basic. I'm gonna read this card because I'm drawing some blanks. No, I'm not. Let me challenge myself. These look, I'm not sure what these are, these black shadow things, but they look like spirits to me, or like energies, because there are more people like in boats and stuff kind of following behind them or trailing behind them. But then they also have these people that are like floating. Hold on. Oops, sorry. All right. There's a lot of greenery in the background, so I feel like, I'm not sure where they're moving to, but I feel like they're coming from the heart. Like something is coming from the heart, or like because of the, ooh, hold on. Stop. All right. I feel like something is coming from the heart because of the greenery. Like there's a lot of green around them. And then, I don't know, Judgment is a difficult card for me, because when I just think of judgment, I think of literally judging people, or feeling judged, or being judged, or misjudging situations, or having, good judgment, like literally just like a decision-making kind of energy. But I'm not sure if that's what it is in this particular deck, but that's when I feel when I hear the word judgment. It's number 20, so it's got 2 X's, so the 2 X's give me like 10-10, so I feel like there are completions of sorts happening in judgment. Damn, the judgment card had to stump me. It had to stump me, but you know what? I'm gonna take this stomp as a rebirth in my knowledge on what judgment is, and get some clarity on the card, because not gonna lie, when I see it, it's just one of those cards for me to just draw blanks. Like this particular card, like I really like the Rider-Waite depiction of it, because it's like the people coming out of coffins, so I really like that depiction of judgment. But this one kind of stumps me a little bit. What's up, Tanya girl? Legendary Time, welcome to the live. I am trying to figure out this judgment card, so I'm about to read it because I got like a couple messages from it, and I feel like we read this card before, but judgment is one of those cards for me where, oh my god, did I lose my page? Okay, I did. Judgment is one of those cards for me that's a little bit more challenging for me to read. So usually when I see it, I think of judging people literally, or misjudging something, or like having a calling, or hearing a calling, or like leading people. Right. Judgment confuses you too. Yeah, judgment is just one of those cards for me that's a little bit more challenging to read. And then in this depiction, it's just like more challenging. It's like more challenging. Like the bats to me represent like rebirth. I know that the book mentions the guava, but I don't remember what it says about the guava. But scratching the book, because we're about to read the book, I like that they're coming from like a green space. So them coming from a lot of greenery into like a passage gives me like coming from the heart, like something is coming from the heart, and that there's a flow, since they're coming down like a river or a stream or something. Those look like spirits to me. I don't know if you can see these Peter Pan looking. It's like a masculine looking one right here, and then a feminine looking one right here, like these shadows. I'm not exactly sure what those are, but then it's like random people just like going through this passageway. So let me read this card, because let's see. All right. This card illustrates the Taino Semi deity. Good God, these names. Makutarari Guyaba, who is the guide for souls arriving to the underworld. Damn, okay, well, fuck coming from the heart. Like, they're dead. Okay, because if they're going to the underworld, that means they died. Right? Right? So that's like, if something died, there's definitely a transition. So something going from being alive to dying, transitioning to the underworld. I feel like I have a message there, but it's not really. Let's see. At Cueva Ventana, which is a part of the Ruta Tena in Puerto Rico, there are 10 sweet guava fruits on the card and 10 dark bats, both of which symbolize the qualities of this deity and add up to the number 20, the number of this card. This card is about reflecting on your past and meditating on your future. Ask yourself, what are the energies around you? How can you prepare for this important moment in your life? What is the status of your soul right now? This card can mean that a person needs shadow work to answer those questions or to connect with a certain deity like Makwatwari Guyaba, Santa Muerte, Hecate, or an ancestor spirit beyond the veil. This is also a sign that you must try to go with the flow and be flexible at this point in your life or in a situation without trying to fight it. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. We can be reborn if we follow and surrender to the plan that the universe has for us. We must be humble as we experience the power of the divine. Let me see. Does death come before judgment? Okay, healing, coexist. Both of those are extra. And then the sun. The sun comes before judgment. I thought death would come before judgment. So if the judgment, then death? No, judgment, damn. No, so judgment is one of the last ones. So judgment comes before the world. And it's a transition card. So it's like, well, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's like transitioning into being done with something. Oh, damn. I know y'all. What's up, y'all? What's up, Yanni? Legendary Time. Welcome to the live. What's up, Marilia? Legendary Time. Welcome to the live, y'all. My bad. I didn't see y'all pop in. But we're talking about this judgment card. And I'm not going to lie. Judgment is one of those cards for me that kind of stumps me in like readings. And I honestly don't be really knowing what to say sometimes. But I did pick up on the bats this time. I did pick up on the flow. I felt like something was coming from the heart with this greenery. But this card deals more with death than I thought it would. So I just knew that death was going to be around it somewhere. I'm not sure which card death is. Let me see. Death is number 13. Damn, so it's like 7 cards before judgment. But this card feels like death to me. Like, apparently they're going to the underworld. They're transitioning from being alive to, like, dying. So I feel like because judgment is right before the world, and the world is completion. And matter of fact, we got the world in our reading earlier. Mother Tierra, Mother Earth, Madre Tierra. And then that makes sense because if the world is the completion of cycles, then that makes sense for us to transition to the end of something or to the connector to a new beginning. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. This card also talking about connecting with spirits or connecting with your ancestors. I don't know who these deities are. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing their names right. It's like Makwatwari Guyaba, Santa Muerte, and Hecate. But for me, I'm going to just say ancestor spirits beyond the veil because I don't know who they are and I'm not about to just keep calling random names. Like, I'm just not. But okay, as a side note, I just got this visual with ancestor spirits. Like, judgment could be ancestor spirits. Like, I don't want to say judging you, but like, kind of like determining or judging. I'm going to just say judging. Fuck it. It says judgment. But like judging what you've done in your life and if you've healed certain traumas, if you've healed certain things, or like what you've done with your life. Because if we're connected to our ancestors and then like our offspring and stuff, I'm trying to think of how I want to word this because this is like a new concept for me. But like, how do I want to word this? like one day we're going to be ancestral spirits, right? And we all know and understand that while we're working through our own trauma, we're also working through generational trauma as well, or like ancestral trauma as well. So like, again, like I peep these spirits, like it's like they're not human, they're like floating. It's a masculine one right here and a feminine one right here. So if we're going to become ancestral spirits, and it's like during our lives we're supposed to heal as much as we can, or like, you know, like do as much as we can, create as much as we can to make it easier for our next generation. So at the bottom of the deck, so I pulled a couple cards, y'all. Like I'll just pull some random cards. Judgment came out with the 5 of Swords, so these are going to be the 2 that we talk about, because we've talked about the 10 of Pentacles before in another twerking work, so we'll probably do another card instead of this one, but it was at the bottom of the deck. So 10 of Pentacles, you already know, is like about that family, your community, your home, your job, like, you know, that type of like big group type of feeling. And even here, this is like a big group, but like your ancestors judging you on like what you've created, what you've done, what have you contributed to the legacy, what have you contributed to, you know, the family or the line, like have you helped us, have you set us back, have you, you know, like what have you done? And then do you deserve to be reborn? Because if that's represent rebirth, then like, I don't know about y'all, but I do believe in reincarnation. So it's like, do you deserve to be reborn? Are you going to add? Are you going to contribute? Are you going to connect to the world again? Because like, if the world is the next card, like, are you going to connect? Like, are you worth reincarnating, or are you just going to stay in the underworld? Like, I'm not sure. This card is weird. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about this card? Because I also feel like we talked about this card before too, but I don't know. What do y'all think about this card? Let me look at this book again. It says reflecting on your past and meditating your future. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Like if it's connected to your ancestors, our ancestors are like our extreme, like generational past, and we already know, or for the most part, we can remember some of our past lives. Damn, I don't know where past lives just came from. I didn't even say past lives, but this could deal with past lives if they're going through like a tunnel and like, you know, and you're reflecting on yourself. You could be judging yourself and your past lives and like what you've been through and what you've like, you know, experienced. I'm not sure. Damn. Let me see. Tanya says, I think it can be renewal, like ending cycles, also communing beyond the veil with ritual. Okay. I like that renewal, and communing beyond the veil with ritual. I can see that. I don't know too many rituals, honestly. I kind of try to be making up my own, but honestly, I be changing that shit so much. Is my ritual is changing the ritual. Like, let me see. Mary Leah says, I feel like it's the person reflecting on an absolution of some sort. What's an absolution? I'm not sure what that word is. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend like I know what that word. I'm not sure. I feel like it's a person reflecting on an absolution of some sort. Is that like a resolution or like a decision? What's that? The reflecting. I'm trying to even see how reflecting is depicted in this picture, because the only thing I can think of that would show reflection would be the water. But then there's so many people in that water, and then they're all like dark figures. So then I wonder, are they all dark figures just because like they're in the background, or are they all dark figures because they're spirits and like they're ancestral spirits that are going with the flow? Or is that like, just people going with the flow, because it did say that they're all being transported to the underworld, but none of them look dead. Like, none of them look. I'm not sure, y'all. I'm not sure. I almost kind of want to look up other meanings of what the Judgment card means. What energies are around you? How can you prepare for this important moment in your life? What is the status of your soul right now? This card can mean that the person needs shadow work to answer those questions, to connect, or to connect with a certain deity. Shadow work. So, all right, so if judgment is shadow work, then that makes me feel like we're judging ourselves. Let me see. Marilia says absolution to me is like giving yourself permission. Like forgiving yourself and giving yourself. I feel forgiving yourself, especially in conjunction with it's saying that it's shadow work, or like having to do shadow work, because permission to unburden yourself. Okay, my bad. Like forgiving yourself and giving yourself permission to unburden yourself. That's deep. And I agree. That's deep, and I agree. Because like I said before, I'm not sure if y'all were on live or not, but like this cave or this passageway to me does kind of represent like a hallway. And like hallways and dreams, because I've studied dreams sometimes, like I used to, and I know like the house represents like you, or like you, like your body, like being a temple, and then like different parts of the house represent different aspects of you. And like a hallway is like a transition, or like moving from one place to another, and that's like what's happening here, where they start at one end of the tunnel or one end of the hallway, and then it's like they go through this dark space or this dark place, and it's like you think one way on one side, but then after you go through this darkness, or after you go through this transformation, we'll say, in this shadow work, because I feel like not the shadow, but I feel like the cave is supposed to represent the shadow. So there's like light there, but the light is at the other end. So it's like you go in thinking, feeling, and believing one thing, and then you come out with like a whole new concept, or a whole new way of being, or literally a whole new life in this instance. Because if they're going to the underworld, literally in this picture, if they're going to the underworld, they're going through this passage, then to me, at the end of the tunnel, either they're going to still be dead, or they get lost in the tunnel, or the tunnel is the underworld, or they get to the end of the tunnel and they're reborn with all of these bats. And I'm not sure what the guava means. Again, hold on, let me see if it says. Let me see, the guava fruits, 10 guava fruits and 10 dark bats, both of which symbolize, so they symbolize qualities of that particular deity. This is a sign that you must go with the flow and be flexible without trying to fight it. This judgment card just feels like the death card to me. Like, it almost makes me want to find the death card. Have we talked about the death card before in Twerk and Work? I feel like we have. I feel like we did during like Scorpio season. But this card don't feel like death to y'all. Is it just me? Am I tripping? Like, it just feels like death. The underworld. Okay, ancestors. Go with the flow or die type shit. Like, this should feel like death. Let me see, justice. No, the death card in this deck is when they was about to drown that man. They had that conquistador upside down. Damn, where is that? Do I have I don't know I have a death card in this deck. Let me see. It does feel like death. Okay, so I'm not tripping. Like, this jump, it's a little strange. It's a little strange. Where is death? I feel weird asking for that. The death card. Let me be specific. Here we go. The death card. And matter of fact, this look like the same guy. This look like he is busted. He is caught red-handed. That is the same guy. Or his damn twin brother. This guy and this guy. So it's like he literally transporting people to the underworld. He like, oh, you, time to go. Kill him. Kill him. Death is number 13. Why does this feel like death, though? Why does judgment feel like death? I want to... Do I want to use his phone? No, I'm not going to. I don't feel like getting up. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why this is, like, stumping me. But this is what we're going to do. I am going to use my computer because I'm using my iPad for the light. Otherwise, it's going to be dark and y'all not going to really be able to see me. But I want to look up different meanings of this judgment card because I'm just going to really take this time to study, y'all, because that's what Twerk and Work is supposed to be about, is actually learning these cards. And I'm tired of being stumped when it comes to this card. So let me see. Judgment Tarot card. Let's see if we could get some more insight. I actually really like this website. This website is called thetarotguide.com. And I fuck with it heavy because I like that. I'll show y'all. I like that it breaks up like the meaning of each card. Oh, Marilia says, feeling like shedding old self for renewal. No, for real. I feel that. I like that it gives a general meaning of the card, what the card means in love and relationships, what it means in money and career, health and spirituality, and then it also gives reversed meanings too in the same like, you know, arenas or areas. So they're using the Rider-Waite deck too. And I actually really do like that depiction of judgment. This, I don't know why this one is like not really, I don't know how I feel about it if I can keep it a stack. Let me see. Yanni says it makes perfect sense. Like death transformation happens when you face judgment, whether that comes from you or an outside source. Judgment comes after a test. Judgment comes after. It's like grading the paper. Is that what you're saying? Like it's like getting your paper graded and either you got an A+ or you got like an F type shit. Let me see. All right, so it says judgment is supposed to represent literal judgment, self-evaluation, awakening, renewal, Oh, Marilia, you was on it. Oh, you was on it, girl. Renewal, composure, decisiveness, homesickness, oh, snap judgments, apportioning blame and forgiveness. Judgment, self-evaluation, awakening, renewal, composure, decisiveness, homesickness, snap judgments, apportioning blame and forgiveness. All in the upright, by the way. And then in the reversed, hold on, let's see. In the reversed, it represents indecisiveness, self-doubt, malicious gossip, lack of self-awareness, unwillingness to learn karmic lessons, unfair blame, and false accusations. So So judgment really is a card of like, yeah, Yanni, like self-evaluation, like self-reflection, like introspection, like really examining yourself. And then that part makes sense to me, because I truly believe that like all life outside of you is a mirror of you. So it's like anytime you don't know what the fuck is going on with you, just look around. Just look around. And then I feel like whatever... Oh, God. Okay, wait a minute. I think we having a breakthrough, y'all. I think we having a breakthrough. Because, wait, if that's the case, then that means literally whenever you look outside of yourself, we judge. You know what I'm saying? Like we determine, or we decide, because it says decisiveness or indecisiveness. So it's like we decide what that thing is, what that thing means to us, whether it's good or bad, like if it's high vibe or not, if it's something we want to fuck with or not. Like we judge the thing, and we judge the thing based off of our experiences or what we want or what we perceive them to be. But again, like how do I want to word it? It's like your perception is your judgment. Your perception is your reflection of yourself. Like how you see the people, places, and things around you is a reflection of you. Like how you see it is a reflection of you. The same way how I see it is a reflection of me. I feel like we're getting somewhere. Hold on. Like the little blockages in my mind are breaking through. Let me see. Yanni says the tests come as self-evaluation to see if you really learned that lesson or not. I feel that. Marilia says, Tanya, yes, that's the word evolving. Oh, I missed that. I like that word. Did I say that? Evolving, spiritual awakening. I did miss that. Yeah, I fuck with that. Because yeah, like if you started on one end of the tunnel, and again you were feeling one way, thinking one way, believing one thing, but by the end of it, you've reflected on yourself, you've judged yourself, or you misjudged yourself, or you misjudged others, or you judged others, and then it's like you get to the end of that, and then you grow from it. Like you have to grow. Matter of fact, that might be what the guava represents too, y'all, because I'm trying to figure out why they even mention the guava. But now to me, it's starting to feel like growth. Like, because that's the only like plant that's like around them, minus like the greenery in the background. But like, why is this guava tree in the cave? How did it even get sunlight to grow? And that's low-key a big-ass tree of guava. Let me see. Tanya says, the hail and the response, what you call something, also indicates what you respond to as called or named. Let me see. What you call something also indicates what you respond to as called or named. So like what you name something is like judging it. Judging it. I'm not gonna lie, I named a pigeon the other day. And I named that nigga. They said they felt like that pigeon was like arrogant. I forgot what I named it. Damn. That was almost pointless to say. Let me see. Yanni says evaluating other people is still just self-evaluation for sure. Right. That's what I'm like. That's where I get that out of the heart the mouth speaks. Like whenever you speak on something on somebody else, you're not really talking about that person. You're talking about you. I didn't mean to drop that, but you're talking about you. Let me see. Yanni says it's like we're never judging others. It's only ever ourselves. Exactly. Out of the heart the mouth speaks. Or like, I don't know what it says in the Bible. I want to say out of the abundance of the heart, I think is what it says, the mouth speaks, or something like that. But matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and attach that phrase to this card, because if this is a card of self-reflection, self-introspection, let me see, this don't say karmic lessons, renewal, composure, blame, and then forgiveness. We were talking about forgiveness in the live earlier. Matter of fact, I don't even think I posted oh damn, I didn't even post a live. Damn. I'm gonna post the live. But we were talking about that in today's live, like forgiveness. Blame, not necessarily, but that makes sense, like for them to go hand in hand. Because sometimes I feel like when people misjudge, I feel like that's them like putting blame on others for like things that they don't understand or things that they don't want to look at themselves on. Aw, thank you for joining the live, Javon. But yeah, all right, I fuck with that. All right, let's see. Do I really want to read these long ass paragraphs? Let me see. How we doing on time? As I'm kind of skimming through, I might as well read it. But then I'm like, do I really want to read it? This feel like judgment. That's that indecisiveness. It's that judgment in reverse. I need to make a decision. So I'm going to just read it. And just fuck it. I'm going to read it. And then I want us to talk about the Five of Swords. Because the Five of Swords, to me, is also another one of those cards that be kind of stumping me. And it's weird because it's like Aquarian energy. So I feel like I should know it, but I don't. I'm not going to lie. Matter of fact, I'm going to let y'all decide. We can either talk about death. Because the death card in this deck does intrigue me. And I feel like we got it in a reading before. But I don't really remember how it goes. And then the Five of Swords. So y'all tell me which one of these y'all want to talk about next, and I'm going to read Judgment according to this. Why do I keep dropping these cards? According to this website anyway. So the general meaning and interpretation of this upright, okay, it can indicate that you or someone you care about are being judged too harshly by others. It can also indicate that you are judging people too harshly and making snap judgments on yourself. Alternatively, judgment can also be an indication that you have achieved a level of clarity and composure that allows you to calmly evaluate yourself and your choices in order to make positive decisions. You have come through your past karmic lessons with an increased self-awareness, and you are allowing healing to take place so that you can move forward in a positive direction. If you have a big decision to make when this major arcana appears, use the case being resolved. No, use the karmic lessons you have learned from the past to help you make the right choice. Judgment upright can represent a legal matter or a court case being resolved. If you have acted honorably and told the truth, this matter should be resolved in your favor. If you have been dishonest, don't expect things to go your way. That almost feels like justice. But that kind of makes sense. Judgment and justice, I feel like kind of go hand in hand because like justice deals with judges and judges judge and, you know, they deal with justice. So, side note. But anyways, seems to be. You need to clear your conscience and try to make amends for your misdeeds. This major arcana card can also signify being separated from someone you loved by ocean or by sea. Ooh, interesting. Ooh. You can also expect to be reunited with them soon when it appears. It can also indicate homesickness. I've never really got that with this card, like homesickness. Even in the traditional tarot, I never really got that. But now that I'm looking at it, it does look like there's either like an ocean or a mountain or something like past the angel. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me see. Absolution. There it is. Did it say absolution for real? Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, shit. Absolution. Wait a minute. Because absolution is... Hold on. Let me scroll. Is giving yourself permission, forgiving yourself, and giving yourself permission. Yeah. Let me see. Yanni says, can you look up the definition of just, please? I only have one device right now, and I don't want to leave the live. Oh, I got you. Hold on one second. define just. Just means based on or behaving accordingly to what is morally right or fair. It also means exactly, and it also means very recently or in the immediate past. So, based on or behaving accordingly to what is morally right and fair, exactly, very recently or in the immediate past. It was talking about it, doesn't use the actual word. Okay, got you. Girl, I thought I was tripping. I was like, wait a minute. Because that be blowing me sometimes. Y'all ever do that where like you read something and it's like you're reading it out loud, but then you miss everything that you said? Do that just be me sometimes? Okay. It might just be me. All right. And love and relationships. In a love spread, if you are in a relationship, judgment can indicate that you or your partner may be judging each other too harshly. Be wary of throwing blame or accusations at each other during an argument to try to provoke a reaction. You may do more damage to your relationship than you mean to. Instead, try to sit down and talk through how you are feeling without trying to apportion blame. You need to forgive past mistakes if you want the relationship to move forward. That makes sense. You may be able to breathe new life into a relationship that is falling flat with simple, open, and honest communication. It could also indicate that others are judging your relationship or talking about you or your partner behind your back. The best thing you can do in this instance is to rise above it. It's really their issue, not yours. And to all the haters that be listening. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that. It's really their issue, not yours. Alternatively, judgment can signify being separated from someone you love by ocean or by sea. It can also indicate that you and your partner could be living in separate countries for a while or having a long-distance relationship. If you are single, judgment tells you not to be too hasty in judging potential partners. Give yourself a chance to get to know them before you decide if they're right or wrong for you. It also reminds you to be mindful of how you come across, as you never get a second chance to make a first impression. And because y'all have no idea, bro. I can't even get into that, y'all. I can't even get into that right now. There's so many haters around, y'all. Niggas be watching me like a fucking Hulk. Okay? Like, good God. It's kind of weird sometimes. Like, that's a different story. But now that makes sense on why this card came out. Now I feel like I got to talk about the Five of Swords. Did y'all actually decide which one y'all want to talk about? Nobody said anything? All right, we're doing the Five of Swords. Fuck death. We're doing the Five of Swords. This card felt like death by itself. Daddy says, I'm trying to differentiate between judgment and justice cards because they dead ass seem the same. I feel that. How much time? Bruh, I spent a whole hour on judgment by itself, for real. Damn. Let me see. In a career, we could do justice next week. Let's do justice next week. Let's do that. Because I'm not gonna lie, same. Justice is another one of those cards for me where I just be like, yo, everything is just going in your favor. Everything is just working. Everything is just yes. But I would like to have like a more in-depth understanding on that card, or like a wider perspective on like what it could mean, what it could be used for. So I fuck with that. Somebody make that note in case I forget. Otherwise, y'all know I'm gonna just pull cards. So, all right, money and career. Judgment can be an indication that you are being assessed or evaluated. That sounds like an interview. Like you could be having an interview and then like, you know, like they're judging you or they're trying to determine if you're the right person for the job. That's what I feel like. You may be in the running for a promotion and not even know it. Oh, promotion! All right, see now judgment is speaking my language. Okay, this is. See, I should have just jumped to money and career. I should have just. Ooh. Okay, you may be in the running for a promotion and not even know it. Be careful how you represent yourself when this card comes up in your reading. You are being watched. That just hit. I'm not gonna lie. You are being watched. If you have been letting projects slide lately, now is the time to pick up the slack before you lose an opportunity. Oh my God, that just hit, because I definitely was supposed to finish a book today. And yo, unless I got fingers of fucking lightning, this is gonna take me a little bit more time. But that's a different story. We're not gonna get into that. It's not about me today. Financially speaking, judgment tells you to be careful with money and not to make snap judgments. Make sure that you have all the information you need to make an informed decision before making any big purchases or investments. It can also indicate a loss and a lawsuit. So do not do anything that could be negligent or lead to trouble, like dangerous driving, and make sure that you not make sure your insurance up to date. Damn. In health, judgment can signify a period of healing and wholeness after a difficult illness. You have to come through the tough times, learn from them, and when you're ready and willing to take all necessary steps, you are on the road to recovery. And then lastly, spiritually, judgment signifies a spiritual awakening. You have learned from the karmic lessons of the past, and you now understand what the universe has been guiding you to. You are ready to make a more enlightened, or to take a more enlightened and spiritual path. The Judgment Tarot card can indicate that you have found your spiritual calling. I like that. That you found your spiritual calling, or you may be going through a spiritual rebirth or renewal. Okay. All right, we're not going to read the reverse. We're just going to assume that the reverse literally means the opposite of everything we just said. So, that's that. Let me see. Marilia says, ouch, that hit. Right? Right? I didn't expect it to hit like that. Y'all know, yo, these cards be like, psh, 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 psh. All right, so Five of Swords. I'm going to give us a moment to look at it first. Let me try to get that glare off of it. So Five of Swords, we know is aqua energy. And that's all I pretty much know about it. That's all I pretty much know about it. I just know that sometimes it be feeling like a back and forth between people where, like, either you're taking people's ideas, or like people are wanting to give you their ideas, or you leave some things behind, or you take some things, or, you know, like you just let's just read this damn deck. How about that? Something smell. What you making? It smell good. It smell good in here. Let me see. Tanya says, I feel that the spiritual awakening, like things shifted abruptly 3 weeks ago for me. Oh, for real? I feel like for me, things started shifting abruptly like today. Because before today, I was like, yo, I feel it coming. Like, what's his name? The Weeknd. I feel it coming. That's not how they go. But he got a song that goes something like that. But, yo, 3 weeks ago? Damn, you felt that shit 3 weeks ago? Spiritual awakening, like things shifted abruptly 3 weeks ago. Wow. All right, Five of Swords, y'all. Hold on, let me get this ready. Let me just, because this internet be like working when it wants to. Five of Swords. Tarot card meaning, blah, blah, blah. The tarot guide. All right. All right, so this, why am I about to read the Six of Swords? I was about to say the Six of Swords with all the confidence in my mind, body, and spirit. Five of Swords. This card illustrates the last pirate of the Caribbean, Pirata Cofresi, who is part of my family tree. Well, their family tree. His ship El Mosquitoes on the water. Not El Mosquitoes, bruh. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that shit definitely says El Mosquito on that boat. The Five of Swords appears during a time when you have won a battle. Hey, we won all the harsh judgment. We won. I'm fucking with it. All right. Sorry, I had to celebrate. You already know you gotta celebrate. This card appears during a time where you have won a battle. You are still replaying the conversation in your mind. It suggests the need to take action and to defend yourself and your interests, but do so wisely by picking your battles and assuming responsibility for your actions without hurting others. This card can also appear the moment someone feels defeated. How you respond to it is the important part. I never really got the Five of Swords as like a victory. So I like that. I like that. And y'all ever do that in y'all head? Because I know, excuse me, I know for me, like, I be doing that, like, after an argument, just to keep it a stack, okay? This is the old me, because I don't want to argue. Me, 2023, is not arguing with nobody. So, old me, though. Old me, because I used to love to argue. If I could keep it a stack, okay? Just keep it a stack. Bruh, the old me used to be like, after the end of an argument, and then like you think of all the cool shit you could have said during the argument, but you ain't say it in the argument, and then you like, all right, bro, next time I got you. Like, look how he looking. He looking like, all right, the last time we talked, I forgot to say a couple things, so I'm gonna hit you with that shit this time. Like, plow. You wasn't even ready for it. But on a more high vibrational sense, that same energy. Hold on, because now I done forgot the high vibration. I shouldn't have gone back. I forgot to download. Wait, let me read it again. Hold on, y'all. My bad. Hold on. I'm gonna get it back because I'm working on myself. But I'm not gonna lie. I used to love that shit. The petty in me used to love that shit. Alright, so it suggests the need to take action and to defend yourself and your interests, but to do so wisely by picking your battles and assuming responsibilities for your action without hurting others. This card can also appear the moment someone feels defeated. How you respond to it is the important part. Replaying the conversation in your mind. Alright, for me, the higher vibe, instead of replaying the conversation, because that's to me kind of going back. Higher vibe to me is creating the conversation. And I like that better. Where instead of like keep going back and keep, replaying on the woulda, coulda, shouldas, the creation of the conversation is a whole different vibe. It's a whole different energy. It's a whole different experience. And I like that. I want to note that. And then I want to note that because of this judgment card, since this is paired with judgment, and I don't know about for y'all, but for me, what really hit me with that judgment card was like the judgment and the criticism of others, especially if they're around you. Because for like y'all, I'm telling y'all, for me and the experiences that I'm in right now, it's crazy the amount of people that have been judging me. And I'm just like, I have to look at it like, damn, do I do this to myself? Do I judge myself like this? Like, I feel like I have to some extent, because why am I attracting this? Like, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Like, such a high level of persecution. And I'm just like, is this me for real? Am I sure this is me? Are we sure this is the mirror? Am I sure? And then to pick my battles, because sometimes y'all ever feel like when you hear people talking shit about you and you just feel like you just want to correct them, like you just want to be like, bitch, you're loud and you're wrong, bitch, like you lying, bitch, you lying ass bitch. Like, it's like you want to respond so bad, you want to say something so bad. But I like that this card says pick and choose your battles, because 9 times out of 10, those same conversations don't even be worth it. Like, every time we even try to quote unquote correct somebody or let them know what's actually going on, that should be a waste of time every time, because it's like they've already judged you. They've already made up in their mind who you are, what you stand for, what they believe about you. And it's like there's nothing you could say to change that. There's nothing you could say to stop that. So it's like you just have to let it go, because for real, again, going back to judgment, I'm pretty sure it was a judgment card that was said that it's not really about you, it's about them. So it's like the whole time they judging you, they're not even talking about you, but they're using your name, they're using your face, They're using your persona, but they talking about themselves. So it's like, that bitch don't do nothing. That bitch lazy. That bitch. And then it's like, whole time they saying that bitch about you, but then what they're really saying is, I'm a bitch. I'm lazy. I don't know what to do. I don't have this and I don't do that and I'm this and I'm that. And then it's like, when you shift that perception, Five of Swords, when you look at that the other way, because I love that this is a 5 and then it's like it could go either way. The 5 is a turning point. So it's like it could go either way, where they could see it as them judging themselves. They could take it and, you know, self-reflect on themselves, like we try to do as much for the most part, you know, Legend Gang. That's what we do. We self-reflect. Or they blame you. They put that shit on you. They project on you. So it makes sense that these two cards kind of came out together. And I'm not gonna lie, they hitting from my life right now, because like I said, y'all have no idea. Like, oh my God. Well, y'all might, because matter of fact, if we're a reflection of each other, 9 times out of 10, y'all got somebody within your energy field that's probably doing the same thing, where they just cannot stop talking shit about you. They can't stop watching you. They can't stop judging you. They can't stop, like, they just can't stop. It's like they're obsessed. And it's like, you know what? I'm a little bit obsessed with me. I love me too, bitch. Thank you. Let me see. Shady. Marilia says shady. Like you're fighting yourself. I ain't even playing. You won. Congrats. Eye roll shit. Right? like you can have it. You can have it. If that was supposed to be a game, if there was supposed to be a trophy one, let me make you the trophy, bitch. Let me. Does that make you happy? Does it make you feel better? Does it do something for you? Does it grind your gears? You know what I'm saying? Does it do it for you? Let me see. Marilia says the 5 of Swords feels immediately like a Sunday motherfucker fighting and stealing for no reason. Oh, a shady motherfucker is fighting and stealing for no reason. I feel that. Exactly. It's like that gossiping, because Judgment also says something about gossiping too. And then the 5 of Swords look like that. Like, look. They look like they talking shit in the background. And he like, yo, I'm just focused on myself. I'm just focused on picking up these swords. Who left all these swords on the beach? We need to clean up the beach. We need to clean up our act. We need to get our shit together. We need to get on this El Mosquitoes and change the name, because what the fuck is El Mosquitoes? Why we called about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, he looked like he was focused on his shit, but like now he's being distracted by the judgment, by the criticism, by the people that aren't even doing anything. They're not even doing anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're just standing and watching him. Like you're not even doing anything. And you're judging me. Like, what? You must be real bored. What does it feel like? Sorry, I feel like something was on me. Let me see. Tanya says, I'll come up with something someone did in 2nd grade. Petty. Petty for real, bruh. Yeah. Alright, so hold on. I want to read this. Okay, so I'm gonna read what the tarot guide says about the 5 of Swords, and then we're gonna wrap it up. But hopefully Instagram won't cut me off, because it's been about an hour now. But we're gonna push the limits. We're gonna push it. So the 5 of Swords in the Rider-Waite deck represents defeat, surrender, change, walking away, self-sacrifice, self-sabotaging behavior, underhanded behavior, deception, lack of communication, aggression, bullying, intimidation, abuse, violence, crime, oh my God, rape, murder, assault, standing up for yourself, victory, fighting back, overcoming challenges, serious conflict, hostility, and stress. My God. Okay, all of that in the upright, and then in the reverse. Okay, so this is a card we want to see in the reverse. But this shit came up upright, so y'all already know what that means. Okay, we just discussed. Now, in the reversed, it means peaceful resolution, moving on, compromise, communication, ending conflict, releasing stress, overcoming challenge, major sacrifice, risking everything, relentless, revenge, escalating violence, damn, held accountable, arrest, uncovered crime, regret, remorse, humiliation, shame, not heeding warnings, and surrendering to challenges. God damn. God damn. Sheesh. You see, Tanya says, I'm trying hard to evolve out of my see you next Tuesday era, though. Like, see you later type shit. Like, bruh. I didn't expect this card to be so aggressive. This card feel like the Five of Wands. This card feel like the Five of Wands. Like, the Five of Wands to me is all of this. So I'm surprised to hear all of this for this card because, damn. Assault, murder, lack of communication, standing up for yourself, victory, fighting back. Like, all right, so that's probably why he turned around. Because, like, I swear to God, it looks like he was minding his own business at first. And I feel like that's what we be doing for the most part, where you just be minding your own business. You be probably alone in your own zone, focused on yourself, focused on, again, like picking your shit up, getting your shit together. And then you so distracted by, or you get distracted by people around you that's literally doing nothing but watching you. Like, they don't even have nothing going for them. They don't have no swords. They don't have no nothing. They don't have, like, what the fuck? And it's like they want to argue with you and they want to fight with you and they want to pick with you. Like that one, y'all probably can't even see. I wish y'all could see his face. His face looked like what the fuck? Like he looked like a Muppet. Oh, Muppet looking bitch. All right, let's see. All right, the Five of Swords is not always a good omen. It can represent defeat, change, surrender, and walking away. It is the minor arcana for self-sabotaging, underhanded behavior, and deception and lack of communication. It can also represent serious conflict, stress, and again, lack of communication. It comes with a warning to signify hostility, aggression, intimidation, violence, and the such. Blah, blah. It can represent situations we would hope to never encounter in our lives, such as crime, theft, bullying, abuse, assault. I can't keep saying the R word. I'm not trying to have my shit like, you know, I don't even know if I can say murder, but murder. On the other hand, it may simply represent the action one must take to overcome being challenged by others, such as standing up for yourself and fighting back. As such, it can be an indication of victory. If so, the victory it represents will be hard won, as you will have quite the battle on your hands. Marilia says he looks sneaky. You think so? Like this guy, I fuck with this guy. I don't fuck with them in the background. But he does kind of look sneaky. Like he look like, oh damn. Like it could go either way, where he could look like, oh damn, like they caught me stealing, because it does say theft. You know what I'm saying? So like maybe he tried to take all the swords, but he could only carry a couple at a time. So he had to like kick some. He had to like keep kicking them. And they're like, hey, bro, you got my sword, bro. What you doing with my sword, bro? Bring my sword back, bro, if I beat your ass, bro. Like, let me see. All right, and a love tarot reading. The Five of Swords can indicate arguments, hostilities, serious conflict arising due to lack of communication, self-sabotaging behavior. So infidelity and cheating can be signified with this card. It can also indicate divorce and separation, defeat and walking away, and it's an extreme negative. My God, this card is not what I thought it would fucking be. Jeez, not the extreme negative of this card. The extreme negative of this card represents... Wait, hold on. Wait, if your partner is abusive, you need to recognize the danger that you are in and reach out to support a family and friends or organizations that can help you get the strength to walk away or take your power. No one who truly loved you would treat you that way. If you are single, the Five of Swords indicates that you may be seeking out relationships with people who have a dark side and are potentially dangerous or deceptive. The extreme negative of this card signifies the types of situations you would never wish to find yourself in, so ensure taking proper precautions when going on dates with people you do not know very well, such as meeting in a public place and letting a family member or a friend know who you are meeting and where, etc. My God. Let me see. Marilia says, like, they would have just given him the swords if he asked. I feel like he's mopping them. I feel like he's mopping them swords. He looks sneaky. Bruh. I feel like it could go either way. I'm not gonna lie. I still fuck with this guy over them. I still fuck with him over them. But I do see that. And I feel that way too. Because 9 times out of 10, when you ask, like, asking you will receive. Whether you receive from the person you asked for or not is to be determined. I'm not going to say you're going to receive it from the person that you asked for. Whatever you asked for. You know what I'm saying? But you will receive whatever it is that you asked for. Let me see. Marilia says, but he's like that rich person who steals, or he's just shady for shits and giggles. So he's like a, what's his name? Damn, what's his name? Thank you. Robin Hood, like a Robin Hood. Let me see. Tanya says, if it comes up with judgment and we don't think highly of ourselves, bad relationships will happen. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. For sure. And that's why I'm like, bro, I gotta reflect on this shit, because I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I do feel like it's a lot of people around me right now with this Five of Swords energy. Like, a lot. Like, an alarming amount. like for real. And then I have to ask myself, like, damn, like, I have to go within and do some shadow work. Like, why have I attracted these hostile situations, or these hostile people, or people who don't know how to communicate, or people who don't know, you know what I'm saying? Or people who have these, like, ill intentions. Like, I did not expect to read all of this negative shit for this card. And I'm like, yo, first of all, why is this even Aquarian energy, bro? Like, I'm a little bit in my feelings. I'm a little bit in my feelings. Why? Like, why? So there's that. Let me see. All right, okay. We got to read the reverse for this one, because I am not leaving on that note. I am not. I refuse. So in the reversed, this card represents... It can be a good omen. It can signify peaceful resolution of a situation, ending conflict and moving on, communication, compromise, overcoming challenges, releasing stress. However, the Five of Swords card reverse can signify an escalation. Why it go back to that? It went from, like, being good to going back to an escalation in serious violence and revenge. Damn. It can also signify risking everything, being relentless, not heeding warning signs, and surrendering to challenges. It can also represent someone being held accountable for their actions and their crimes being uncovered, arrest, regret, remorse, shame, and public humiliation. So on that note, that could be this guy, like you said, Marilia, like, he could be caught red-handed, literally, where he was trying to take something that didn't belong to him, and now he's like busted, and they like, yo, bro, where the fuck you going? Like, bring that shit back. I beat your ass. Type shit. Let me see. Marilia says, I feel that too. I attract that too, and then get played, or did. Right? That's what I'm like, I'm not about to get played no more. So it's like, we gotta go within. We gotta go within and determine why we are attracting these energies. Like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm looking at it right now like, what the fuck? But I understand that everything around me is a reflection of me, whether I want to admit that or not. So it's like, I have to look within myself to be like, yo, what the fuck is in me? What is in this shadow? And, like, words. This Judgment card also talks about ancestors, right? So again, we kind of touched on it earlier, where it could be some shit that's just so deep seated into your DNA, into your subconscious, that you don't even realize that you think this way or you act this way because of people in your ancestral line. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when you do go into communion with them, or when you do, like, you know, speak to them or reach out to them, or, you know what I'm saying, or they reach out to you, it's like they're trying to communicate these things to you, like, this is how we heal this, or this is how we overcome this, or like at least bare minimum, like, yo, red flag, this is a problem. We can't keep moving this way. Like, the ancestors before moved this way and it didn't work out. It's not working out. Like, you can't do that too, or we're repeating that cycle. Because don't forget, judgment is right before the world, and then the world is the completion of the cycle. So it's like your ancestors like, all right, look, you did that wrong that time, or you did a great job, and this is how we're going to do it moving forward. This is how we're going to do it in this next cycle. Because don't forget, the life is cyclic. It's a cycle. So it's like you always have a chance to come back around. You know what I'm saying? So when you come back around, I like that it said awakening. I like that we said evolving. I like that we used the word renewal. I like those words, because that's what I feel like we have to do, that so that we can release ourselves from this energy, or just let it go. Because you already know how I feel about the word release. Like, the prefix re means to do again, and it's like, I don't really want to do it again, but then I can't even really say that after I just said life is cyclic, right? It's not like a contradiction. Let me see. Tanya says, it's Passover right now. It's a very ancestral time for me. For real? It did say that on my little calendar. It did say that. Marilia says, yes, Passover. I'm not... What's Passover again?
It's the whole Easter settings.
Easter. Okay.
Yeah, something to do with like Christ and all of them things, you know?
Okay.
They go down to the crucifixion time.
The crucifixion time. So in the crucifixion, that's when they killed Jesus.
Yes.
That makes sense, this Five of Swords energy then, because they was hating on your boy. They was hating. Yo, that makes sense. Okay, all right. So we in persecution energy, y'all. we in heavy persecution energy where, you know, people is hating. And that's really sad. And it's kind of scary too, but I'm not going to let it scare me, because it's really people out here that hate you so much that they would really want to kill you. Like, they killed Jesus. They put that, bruh. I'm not going to get into that.
Some people consider if they kill Jesus, who is me? Are you or anybody?
First of all, look. I'm a legend, just like Jesus. All right, let me see. Tanya says, it's when Moses led the Jews from slavery out of Egypt. It's before Jesus. He came later. Okay. Damn, so Moses is older than Jesus? Jesus. You stop playing. All right, but yeah, this is where I'm going to leave this. That's where I'm going to leave this, because even with that though, like Moses, I really fuck with, y'all seen the animated movie of The Prince of Egypt? I think that's what it's called, by DreamWorks. I love that movie. And it's the story of Moses leading the Jews from out of slavery. And in that movie, the hate and the persecution he got from his brother. I know in the story in general, he got hate and persecution from his brother, because he was like, yo, who the fuck? You ain't about to fuck up my kingdom, bro. You know who I am? I'm Pharaoh. Da-da-da-da. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then Moses was like, yo, look, it's bigger than me. Let my people go, bro. And then he was like, nah, bro. Like, nah, fuck out of here if I beat your ass. But that's where I'm gonna leave this, all right? Because I did not expect this, y'all. I swear to God, I didn't. But this makes sense to me too, because don't forget, we in full moon energy. Like, full moon, again, like, it started yesterday for some parts of the world, and it's peaking tonight for the most part, for most of us that be like following me. So full moon is about releasing, or literally letting things go, literally transitioning, literally renewing ourselves, literally seeing what's not working, or like people revealing themselves. Like all of the haters are coming to the light. It's like you can only hide for so long. And even when you look at this card, like, you can only be in a dark place but for so long. Like, the light is always at the end of the tunnel. Like, you cannot escape the light. Just period. All things done in the dark come to light. So these things are coming to light. And then it's like we have to look at them. Again, like, we can't just be mad at people. Like, we have to understand why these people came into our lives. We have to learn the lesson so that when we move on or when we get to the end of the tunnel, we don't have to deal with that no more. I hope that makes sense. So y'all gonna know it's a problem if I keep talking about haters, like talking shit and shit. Like, that should not be in my realm. That should not be around me. That should not be around us. So somebody gonna have to have the light bulb go off for us to figure out what the fuck is happening, what the fuck is going on, so that we can stop perpetuating that cycle. Because I don't know about for y'all, but for me, I've been dealing with this energy for a while, and it's like it starts to escalate for real, because if you don't learn the lesson, then things do start to escalate. And it's like you have to get it. Like, you have to get yourself away from certain people, away from certain environments, away from certain circumstances, so that you don't put yourself in, like, you know, harm's way. But you have to make better. We have to. I'm not gonna say you. We have to make better decisions. We have to have better judgment on what's happening around us and how we can, like this book said, like how we can, what did it say? Choose our battles. That's what I want to say. It says do so by choosing wisely, pick your battles, and assume responsibility for your actions without hurting others. So it's like I'm not going to say you can't fight fire with fire. You can absolutely fight fire with fire. But if you really trying to transform and trying to do shit differently, you can't keep doing that if that's not working. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm going to leave this, because I'm surprised this shit didn't cut off. I'm surprised. So that's what I have for us tonight. If you've enjoyed this time, please make sure to like the video, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any new videos. Y'all already know how that go. This replay will be posted on Patreon. So for those people that missed it, they missed it until they get on Patreon, and then they got it. And I'm like, hey, you got it. But that's what I have. So shout out Tanya, thank you for joining. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Shout out Miralia, thank you for joining. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Shout out Yanni, thank you for joining. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Shout out Javon, thank you for joining. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. And yeah, I believe that's everybody. That's everybody that came in here today. I don't think we had any other people to slide in here or whatever. Yeah, so that's what we got. So, thank you. No, thank you. And thank y'all for the fire. Y'all know I fuck with the fire, okay? I love when y'all drop the fire. It shows me that you love me, okay? Thank you. Thank you. So, until next time, you are truly legendary. I love you, and I will see you later.